Coming up on Entertaining Strangers.
The bandages blanketed my entire chest towards my right shoulder. This right shoulder had a missing arm.
I don't need more reminders of all that's been broken. I don't need you to fix what I'd rather forget. Clear the slate and start over.
Te necesito, Señor, oh mi Señor. You are so amazing, my God. There is no one like you, God.
Don't miss it.
I don't need you to sell me on reasons to want you. I don't need you to search for the proof that I should. You don't have to convince me. You don't have to be scared you're not enough. 'Cause what we've got going is good. I don't need more reminders of all that's been broken. I don't need you to fix what I'd rather forget. Clear the slate and start over. Try to quiet the noises in your head. We can't compete with all that. So what if it's us? What if it's us and only us? And what came before won't count anymore or matter. Can we try that? What if it's you? And what if it's me? And what if that's all that we needed to be? And the rest of the world falls away. What do you say?
I never thought there'd be someone like you who would want me.
Well,
So I give you 10,000 reasons to not let me go. But if you really see me, if you like me for me and nothing else, well, that's all that I've wanted for longer than you could possibly know. So it can be us, it can be us, and only us. And what came before won't count anymore or matter. We can try that, it's not so impossible. Nobody else but the two of us here, 'cause you're saying it's possible.
we can just watch the whole world disappear
Till you're the only one I still know how to see. It's just you and me.
It'll be us and only us. And what came before won't count anymore.
We can try that, you and me. That's all that we needed to be. And the rest of the world falls away. And the rest of the world falls away. The world falls away. The world falls away.
And
first time I looked at myself after dragging my sleepy legs from the hospital bed to in front of the unforgiving bathroom mirror. There was a musty iron smell of dried blood seeping through the bandages with dark highlights of iodine. My reflection didn't look right. The bandages blanketed my entire chest towards my right shoulder. This right shoulder had a missing arm. You would think an amputated arm would make a person feel lighter, yet behind those eyes, there was only emptiness. There was a heaviness descending me into the depths of despair like I never experienced before. Just 2 days earlier, I was involved in a car accident that entirely changed the direction of my life. I was a 22-year-old on top of the world, on my way to live out my youth, hanging out with a few friends. I was the driver behind the steering wheel that dark and drizzly night when the car to the right of us hydroplaned and skidded into our lane. In an instant, I gave a sudden twist to the steering wheel to avoid collision. Our tires lost traction and the car started rolling over. The last I heard was piercing screams and explosive metal shattering around me. I was then ejected through the front windshield. Airborne debris from the car flew all over the place. One large metal piece, yanked by gravity, sliced down on my right dominant arm. And then there was nothing but silence. So here I am, back in the hospital bathroom, staring at the reflection of a complete stranger. Now what? What do we do when there's an event in our lives that absolutely destroys us, when it wasn't planned, when we lost control, when there's so much uncertainty? How do we find courage and strength to pick ourselves back up when there are so many broken pieces of ourselves on the floor? And how do we build a new version of ourselves while we are still mourning for our loss? Being destroyed caused me to reevaluate my self-worth. The price I had to pay cost me an arm. Though time will heal physical wounds, the gray areas are the mental and emotional wounds and scars that can be just as debilitating. It keeps us imprisoned in a daily loop. At first, I coped by isolating myself, lashing out, and doing whatever I could to numb the pain and escape reality. This route of self-medicating and self-abandonment landed me in jail, my absolute rock bottom. I realized I needed to be honest with how I was feeling and not be afraid to share it with those I trust around me. The moment I surrendered and had enough was when I realized that only I can decide my self-worth. Was my worth tied to someone, some place, some event, or some limb? I learned to lean on those around me, but to never forget my own strength and resilience. Self-worth is getting to a place where I can face the mirror and recognize my worth right now, not earn anything more or be anything less. It's where I can reveal all parts of me, or lack thereof, just as I am. It's where I can confront and accept my loss every day, but also remember the reflection staring back at me is a human who gets to play an active role in choosing to move forward. I am moving forward with meaning and recognizing there are millions who suffer a collective loss each and every day. We can continue to rebuild with our broken pieces and heal at the same time. This is me, just as I am, continuing to heal.
Hay un lugar secreto, me da paz cuando estoy sola contigo. Hay un lugar secreto, cuando me confundo siempre estás ahí. Solo tú purificas, el mundo no satisface mi corazón. Llora como un ciervo que brama por agua, mi alma te anhela, Dios. Si estoy sediento, tú eres agua, vida en mi alma te anhela, Dios. Te necesito, Señor, oh mi Señor. Te necesito, Señor, oh mi Señor. Extranjero soy, sediento, sé que yo no soy de aquí. Como en un desierto, sopla nueva vida estos huesos secos. Oh, Jesús, llénanos otra vez. Tu presencia fluye y nueva vida empieza. Hoy, como un ciervo que brama por agua, mi alma te anhela, Dios. Si estoy sediento, tú eres agua, vida en mi alma te anhela, Dios. Como un ciervo que brama por agua, mi alma te anhela, Dios. Y si estoy sediento, tú eres agua, vida en mi alma te anhela, Dios. Te necesito, Señor, mi Señor, mi Señor, oh mi Señor. Sacia nuestras vidas con tu Santo Espíritu. Tú eres santo y reinas con tu amor consumidor. Sacia nuestras vidas con tu Santo Espíritu. Tú eres santo y reinas con tu amor consumidor. Y como el ciervo que brama por agua, mi alma te anhela, Dios. Si estoy sediento, tú eres agua, vida en mi alma te anhela, Dios. Si estoy sediento, tú eres agua de vida, mi Señor. Oh, gracias, Señor. Te necesito, Señor, oh mi Señor. I need you, Lord. I need you, Lord.
I'm falling, I think I'm falling, I think I'm falling. Can you hear me calling? I think I'm falling, when it comes to you I'm all in. Lord, can you hear me calling? And take away this pain, wash away my sins, Lord, and show me how to change. Just look what I became, I think I slowly become insane. And it's hallowed be thy name, but really who am I to blame? Me, myself, and I, you gave me grace. I gave you hate, I took it slow, you gave me pace. You gave me love, there's no mistaking. I keep on waiting for the day you come to take me back. Run into your arms, you hold me tight, there's no mistaking that. And I'll be forever in your debt. I think I'm falling fast, I can hear it in my breath. I feel it in my chest, this is chess, you're the king. I'm a pawn, nevertheless, you give me strength to live my dreams. When I was down, you gave me wings, so I could soar forever higher. And blessed be the humble as the prideful sleep in fire. You take me as I am, and never who I was. I'm falling for you fast just because I'm falling, I think I'm falling, I think I'm falling. Can you hear me calling? I think I'm falling, when it comes to you I'm all in. Lord, can you hear me calling? And take away this anger, we haven't spoken days, Lord, I slowly become a stranger. My cousin needs you too, Lord, I know you hear him calling. My cousin feel your blessings, Lord, I know you see him falling. I know you feel his pain and all these tears that he shed, all these scars that we bear, all this blood we bled. I'm a mess and nevertheless you give me hope when I get stressed. You came to me when I was down, you picked me up, I know I'm blessed. And I'll be forever in your grace. Whenever I get weak, Lord, you build me up with strength, and you never let me down. Lord, I'm humbled by the ground. Lord, I stumble when I walk, you keep me balanced all around, Lord. See, I'm a fiend for your hugs, like drugs, keep me flying in the sky just like a dove. And I still need your love, Lord, I'm falling for you fast just because I'm falling, I think I'm falling.
Forevermore.
Hey friends, it's Vince with your motivational moment, and I want to call this one Stick with the Known. When I first got married, my mother-in-law used to say, I am going to stick with the known and leave the unknown alone. Well, recently, as I'd like to say, grown in my manhood and my fatherhood and my husbandhood, I've learned that there are some things that I absolutely just have to own. So I used to borrow tools from my dad because, he didn't live far, so I'd go over there, get his opinion, borrow his tools, come to my house, do my job, and then go back and take his stuff back. But more and more, as I began to become a little bit more handy around my house, the more I realized I needed to invest in my own set of tools. And so at first I would buy what was most cost efficient. And I would buy this stuff and it'd be cheap, and my wife would be frustrated because the stuff that I was supposed to be doing didn't always work that well because of the tools that I bought. And so she told me one day, she just told me, listen, honey, just buy a good name brand. And I felt guilty because I was like, well, I don't want to take that much money out of the house, and I want to make sure that, I invested in my home. And she was saying, but you are. Buy a good tool, put a good name on it, and then you won't have to spend as much later on. Sure enough, I took her advice, and one of the first things I bought was a tool set, a Craftsman tool set. Now, I had other tool sets before this, but now I understand why the name brand is so important. Let me explain something to you. Proverbs 22:1 says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. In other words, a reputation, credit, a reputation. Having said that, I realized that some of the things that I was working with previously did not have a good enough reputation, and because I was saving a few bucks, it ended up giving me more frustration because it did not function the way that I needed it to function. And so, after investing in something that had a good name on it, I've had much greater success in accomplishing things with less effort and more practical results. So, I said that to say this: don't cut corners on the things that God's given you to do. Maybe you need to invest in that good name, and that good name is Jesus. I encourage you, let God be first, and then everything else will fall in line. He'll lead you in what you need to do and how to do it, and I promise you, His good name never fails, it always works, and it has a lifetime guarantee. This is Vince with your motivational moment.
Entertaining Strangers was brought to you by executive producer Lynnette Brashear. Please consider partnering with us as we encourage talented artists to dare to dream and strive to inspire. With a donation of $25 or more, we will gift you the book, Show Love Now, which promotes love in a world filled with hate and discord. Donate now using Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, be careful when entertaining strangers. You just might be entertaining angels.